Right then, Liverpool just drew 2-2 with Fulham. Don't really know how to sum up me feelings of that one because, you know, for me, I thought we had a really poor start. Although Andy Robertson obviously had a very poor start, and you know, he's unlucky, isn't he? Because I think the injury, I don't know whether it has an impact on the rest of his 10 minutes of the game or whatever it was. I'm sure the injury was picked up because the linesman didn't raise his flag for offside, and you know, we've been saying for years this is one of the problems, isn't it? When you do not flag and stuff like that, you know, injuries can happen. Now, I'm not saying that in any way, shape or form led into it, but what I will say is I absolutely love the fight back from Liverpool today. Obviously, Andy Robertson gets sent off. I think it's poor decision making and a poor, ultimately, touch that costs him. He then floors the guy. I've watched it once, no highlight, obviously, in the game. Looked like a sending off from where I was. Because he looked like he was last man. What I do not like, though, is the fact that the referee then played on, let them have a shot, saw that the shot never went in, then pulled it back and gave a red card. I'm like, well, hang on a fucking minute. But, like, give him a red card, fine, denial of a goal score opportunity. But you then give him the free kick when Virgil cleared it. It's like, hang on, shouldn't he have had a throw in there? I don't know what the rules are about it, but it seemed unfair to me at the time. Then I think Liverpool went to this mad, like, sort of three at the back with Gravenberch in there and Van Dijk tracking the centre forward for a little while, and then we moved into a four at the back, and that made a bit more sense when we moved Joe Gomez about 10 minutes later over to left. And, you know, we come out second half and we do well in the first half. I think we, you know, ultimately gain control of the ball, and, you know, Fulham weren't making too many chances. We had a header maybe for Luis Diaz, something like that. Then I think what happens next is, you know, the start of the second half, I thought we were excellent, and you know, Cody Gakpo scores, backstick and all that type of stuff, and you're looking at it thinking to yourself, get in. I really think Liverpool can do this now, because we were starting to create opportunities. Then there's an absolute sucker punch where they score again, and it's like, oh God, all right, Anfield's got to go fuck you again to everybody, and it did. And you know, then we obviously, he makes changes, Harvey Elliott comes on, and Fulham hate Harvey Elliott, and you could hear their fans every time he picked up the ball, they were booing and they were hissing and stuff like that, and that just seemed to G him up a little bit. Diogo Jota comes on, great to see him back, and he finally gets that chance, and it's a great ball from Darwin Nunez, and Jota makes no mistake about it, 2-2. Mo's had chances by this point, continues to have chances, and you're thinking Liverpool are going to be able to do something, because this is a good Fulham side, but Liverpool have gone, I don't know, 85 minutes against them, with 10 men, and yet it felt to me like we had the better opportunities, we had the better chances. And you know, I'm coming out the game now, and obviously I know that Arsenal have drawn 0-0 with Everton, and that gives me a little bit of hope. But obviously Chelsea have got that game in hand, they go a couple of points behind us if they win. But I would really truly believe that, like, this Liverpool side, off the back of that, know how hard it is going to be to win a league title, but they're not shying away from it, if that makes sense. Like, they just rolled their sleeves up today and just went, okay, fine, fuck you, fuck everybody. Liverpool versus everybody, essentially. Liverpool versus the referee, Liverpool versus Fulham, and the referee was dog shit today. And Liverpool versus Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Manchester United, bring them all on, because we've shown once again that we want to win this league title. We know there's a football league to be won, and we're going to go out there and we're going to try everything we can to make sure that we get it. And I thought it was really interesting just to sort of wrap up, like, what Slot did when we went down to 10 men as well. I think, you know, obviously we'll do a deep dive on Tuesday and stuff, and I'll watch the game back, because I had no idea what Arne Slot was going to do when we went down to 10 men today. So I think it's really interesting to see that he actually went 3 at the back. And, you know, is that because of the lack of Kostas Tsimikas on the bench? What are we going to do moving forward, actually, as well? Obviously, Kostas, we know, was back in training, but he wasn't on the bench today. Obviously, we've got a game against Southampton, I think it is, midweek, in the Cup. What happens for that one? Is it as simple as Joe goes over there and all this type of stuff? So, yeah. And am I right in saying that sending offs go across competitions now? No. So
if the suspension doesn't count for the Carabao?
The Carabao Cup, but it would with the FA. I'm sure Arsenal got to use a red card against someone crap in a cup competition this season.
He misses 2 league games.
He misses 2 league games, I'm being told, by long-time returnee Aubrey Reynolds. We're off for a pint now, not to celebrate, but to celebrate the fact that we're going out for a pint. That's all we need to do. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Up the fucking Reds trap.